trying to do two things at once here. So tonight, reviewing brand new from Tesco's, Faith in Futures from Northern Monk. It is 6.5% double dry hopped IPA. And the internet, my YouTube on there is not quite caught up. It's a collaboration. Good evening again. Here we go. I can click on it now. So I like to have the comments in the background. Good evening. Just so that I can see the comments. And you know, I like to be interactive. It's what shall we say? It's an anxiety thing. I need to be, I like to be right. If someone's commenting and gone to the, to comment, I like to be right with people. So good evening to Mr. Kent, Luke, and Window Beer Reviews. Good evening, mate. Kids had your phone, bless you. Yeah, I like the interacting with comments. I use my phone for the video, but cheers. And I use the laptop to see the comments. You know, as long as I can get it both working at exactly the same time. So we'll pour this out. I haven't got a Northern Monk glass. Cheers, Mr. Jake. Yeah, and good evening. Good evening as well. Very well tonight, thank you. So all these Tesco beers are on click and collect for £2. Take your club card with you. If you haven't got a club card, get one. £2, you can't fault it for £2. You know, for craft beer in cans. I'll pay £2.50, mind you. I'm back in the room with the same beer, bless you. So, not had this before. Faith in Futures. Tropical on the nose. Let's have a look. I'll have a look at the can. Get the magnifying glass out. The light's crap in here. So it's a collaboration with INSA, and it's Instagram. So it's the hops are Citra and Eldorado, and it says here on the back, Faith in Futures, drink beer, give faith. Hey, can't beat a bit of ad. Anyway, Faith in Futures Foundation is set up to provide £5,000 grants to charity and community projects that are tackling injustice across our society. By donating the same sum of money that we started out with 7 years ago, each can of this beer sold includes a donation to Faith in Futures. By drinking this beer, you're playing a role in providing hope for those that need it most. Fair play to that. You know, you can't say wrong for that. So it says, keep chilled and sup up. Doesn't really tell you loads about the beer. New. No. Imported into the EU by Akan Distribution in Denmark, funnily enough. Right. And this is their twist edition, funnily enough. Yeah. The light, you know, because the light beams at me. I can't see this side. All I can see is that light, but I can't see. There's the light this side in front of my eyes is absolutely as dim as they come. And I might be losing my sight, you never know. You never know in these days, do you? So there we go. Northern Monk. And Northern Monk, obviously, I've got the Faith, which I've actually reviewed before. And I've got Northern Star, again, what I've reviewed before. But I might crack them both open tomorrow night. I might get all the Tesco beers reviews done in the space of 2 or 3 days. So, yeah, again, it's near enough an orangey pour. No, well, no, I'd say a yellow to orange pour on this one. There was a centimetre of a head on the nose. I'm getting some sort of tropical nose. Maybe a hint of passion fruit on the nose. It's like sniffing your own farts, isn't it, sometimes? Sitting there in the toilet and And then, you know, yeah, we don't want to go down that road, do we? In the cellar thinking what barrel to crack open. Bless you. So if you're at Kelham if you're anywhere near Kelham next week, I'll make sure I take a bottle in my Imperial Russian as well as the other one. Haze for days, trademark Hopsine or Jake Bear. Yeah. Bring the prune juice. Yeah. I might do a prune juice Instagram review just to get my Instagram followers up. I can't. Yeah, I'll sort it out. I'll actually remember, hopefully, to put a bottle of the Imperial Russian in the car as well. Nice juicy beer I'm finding. I've already been to the hot tub room external toilet, as it were. Yeah, nice juice fest of a beer. Nice, slightly bitey start to it. Prune and fig stout. That's interesting. But not using prune juice, obviously, because you'd be shitting like a bugger. Oranges, you say? I got the tropical, definitely, but I thought I could taste passion fruit. Sometimes it's interesting, you know, to see what if other people are drinking at the same time as you, because let's be fair, no one's perfect. No one's going to get every single, unless you're a god, you know. And yeah, I've worked with somebody. We used to call him God Clarkson, lovely bloke, but he used to think he was God. Definitely getting the oranges in the back taste now. Got a good long-lasting flavour to this. Yeah. Let's be fair. With beer reviewers, good evening. Anybody reviewing beer, we all get what we get. And you may get it. The ABV is, I think it's 6.5. I've noticed that there's a drop in ABV, so that the drop in ABV so that they can lower the prices. But I mean, for me, if it's a good beer, it is going down well. Very, very easy drinking. That's on the outside. Yeah, very easy drinking. Again, another juice fest of a beer. Blue Moon, yes. In fact, I went to America back in, I think it was 2010, 2009. I was in America, went into Walmart, basically our Asda, walked down the Budweiser aisle. Budweiser, there was an aisle as big as any normal supermarket aisle, and it was Budweiser all the way down. So many different types. I'm like, what's this shit? And I thought, I want beer, not bloody lager. And then all of a sudden I spotted some Blue Moon, and it was a case of Blue Moon, 12 different Blue Moons in the case. Agave, I tell you what, I just wish 10 or 12 years ago, when YouTube first came, that I'd have been reviewing them. Because by now I'd be on about 20,000 reviews. And yeah, probably. And there have been some amazing reviews over the years. Some of the stuff I've never seen since. Yeah. With every beer, and I can't be the only one who gets this. I've watched Dean, I've watched Simon, and I've watched other people. They'll get even Chris beer reviews. I think it was one of his first beer reviews, and he did the same. They get the beer in front of him, they can smell it, and you see that smile come on the face. There's a hint of a smile. They start drinking it, and you get that full on smile, and you know that it's a good beer. And and I look for what they do when they start, when all the different beer reviewers review beers. I look for that. Bless him, bless Simon. He knows what fake taxi is, and I bet he knows what ex Amster is as well. Obviously I don't, but Yes, Tesco. Make sure Tesco's has got them though. Bloody hell, it's a miss with Tesco's, to be fair. What I'm gonna do with I'm gonna do a do it yourself cream egg stout, because that debacle's ridiculous, and vanilla could be the way. Yeah, cocoa powder and vanilla, and I can do that. Vanilla essence. What I'm thinking of is actually doing cocoa and fondant, but vanilla essence is cheap. It's cheap as chips and easy to get. So that's a really interesting suggestion, and I could do it tonight as well, as long as I don't get too pissed on these reviews. Too drunk rather. That mulled cider, yeah, that was a one-off review. It was awful. You've got a massive Tesco's in Mansfield. Eh? You're not far away from me then if you're in Mansfield. Mansfield's only 15 minutes that way. I've reviewed Explicit Emphasis, and that was a nice beer. Definitely. So St. Patrick's Day, obviously, for the Irish, and St. Patrick's Day for me also resonates with me, because it was my mum's wake, and 6 years ago, back in 2015, and for me 2015 was when all my family came together to celebrate my mum. So St. Patrick's Day is always a good day. It's a day where we all celebrate, and yeah, looking forward to trying to get 3 different Irish beers. Another email klaxon there. I don't know what's that about. Chibo. Right, that's interesting. Yeah, my wife's from Londonderry, so obviously on the Irish border, and yeah, on the Irish border, and it's funny, I didn't go over for 7 years. Went over, and I've got to say that I love Ireland. I won't get a job there, because being English, you won't get a job. The Irish, they're proper. They're set in their ways. If you're not the right colour or something, you won't get in. You won't get jobs. Yeah. But fair play to them. But I tell you what I do know about Northern Ireland, they are so patriotic. When it comes to the Queen, something to do with the Queen, they're out with the flags, and they're more patriotic than English, and it's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, for me, Ireland, Northern Ireland, it's part of the UK. We're all the same. I know it's not, but it is. It is. We're all part of the same thing. We're not part of Europe. We're part of the UK. So I'll get back on the beer. Just been reading 3 Irish ciders. Do Irish do ciders? So yeah, Mansfield, not far away from Maggie there. I need to go up to the B&M bargains in Mansfield, because we're on about getting a new hot tub, a smaller hot tub that's actually you know won't going to blow up on us when we get in it for the hot tub room as it is. So yeah, definitely a lovely juicy beer, and I love the fact that money's going to charity. You know, there's lots of people in this world. A swimming pool room. You like this a lot. That's nice. So what do you think to it, Mr. Goathead? I'm surprised you haven't triggered YouTube's algorithms there, you know. A tug in the bed. No, never use oil. So yeah, two very different beers. You're going to trigger YouTube's algorithms in a minute. It's funny how certain words trigger their algorithms. You haven't triggered it yet because your comments are still showing up. But it's good to see, you know, banter. Friendly banter is what the world's missing. There's far too many people who take offence. I mean, all of us say the wrong word sometimes. None of us are perfect. Jesus Christ. Good evening. We all say the wrong word sometimes. You know, sometimes you think to yourself, oh, these people can take a joke, and then you'll say something, and all of a sudden it's like they've took serious offence to it, and you're like, oh shit, you know, oh my God, I've dropped a bollock here. And sometimes when I've had a drink, and yeah, I am bad when I've had a drink, I'll say something, and then I'll message somebody later and say, look, I didn't offend you, did I? Because if they've gone quiet, I do worry that I've offended them. Not that I'm that sort of person, but you're still not getting, it's funny, but you're still not getting YouTube to knock your comments off. That's hilarious. Do I ever get offended? Nah. Apart from that twat the other day who came on and says something about being a Ponce. I'd kick the fuck out of him if I seen him, but that's another thing. Obviously, I'm not a nasty person, but that sort of comment, you know, there's some. It's funny because there's some comments, and you know when it's friends, people taking the piss, it's fine. You know when somebody comes on and says something, and you think, who the hell's this twat? And then, you know, you can get offended. And luckily, I don't get offended very often. Good evening from Turkey. Am I right? I've had a drink, so I may be wrong. Yeah. So, to end this review, yeah, a nice hazy beer, obviously. My son went to Lithuania, Latvia and Lithuania. He went on a holiday with a couple of mates, and they did a trip. They did a tour of Latvia and Lithuania. He did say a beer he drank, and I can't remember the beer, to be honest. Probably tomorrow night for the chocolate caramel biscuit one. Yeah, I had a troll 2 or 3 nights ago, 4 or 5 nights ago. And yeah, some dickhead, you know. I'm used to dickheads though. I mean, I worked on a public park for 20 years. You know, I can deal with dickheads all day long. But obviously, it's not something you want. You don't want it on the channel. Yeah, it's a nice enough beer. So, I'll actually do the review part. I do apologise for those people that come on just purely for reviews. It's hardly ever purely about reviews, to be fair. It's more about community, chatting, and then doing the review. So yeah, hazy, I would say yellow to orange-ish pour. Yeah, I might have to set moderators in the chat just in case we get the not, some dickhead. In all the times I've been doing lives, I've only ever come across that one. But there's always somebody out there that wants to be an idiot, wants to be an hero. I mean, if I'd have been at the computer, he'd have got bounced off and I'd have tried to get his IP, but just to play with his IP. But obviously that's something that shouldn't do. And let's be fair, with IPs, your internet numbers out there, so you're easily traceable. So yeah, hazy, yellow to orange pour. Orange, passion fruit for me, tropical, I'd say. A nice tasting beer. I love the background story, the charity, going to people that need. You're never anonymous. I had somebody hack my website, and my mate in Sweden, he's got a mate who's one of the best hackers in the world, and let's be fair, he sorted the issues out for me, and so I don't worry anymore in that side of things. But if I need any help, I know where to look. we are all whatever. You get all these people who do whatever they can do to hide themselves on the internet. You're never hidden properly. Never. Even with VPNs, you're never truly hidden unless you're bounced off that many different servers that you can't be sorted. That's why it always makes me laugh when people go on Facebook and start giving out racial comments, slagging people off and being absolute knobheads. You can all be caught. So, these people have either got no brains or think they're totally uncatchable. And you can't, you always leave some sort of trace back to where you are, always. Unless you are the world's best, hacker. You could find it out. So, for me, being honest, a good juice fest of a beer. Yeah, a nice, juicy, double dry hopped IPA. 6.5%. Yeah, it tasted like a 6.5%. Yeah, it was nice. It was strong, nice. It was hazy. You do get a lot of knobheads. That's life, isn't it? Never ever believe anything that comes through on emails or texts, or some dickhead ringing you and say your bank account's been hacked. All right, mate, fuck off. I'll ring the bank myself. I've nothing to hide, really. And if I did, I wouldn't even share it to anybody anyway, if I did. Out of 5 for me, it was a nice beer. What's OnlyFans? I've heard of that. Oh, God. Every day, I've won millions of pounds every day. It's amazing. You get these people emailing me saying, because obviously I'm a webmaster of an internet site, and obviously I do YouTube. And you get so many emails saying, you've won this, you won that. Oh, and then I get the sex messages as well saying, you can see my pussy. And I'm like, fuck off. I don't want to see your pussy. I'm not clicking your fucking link, because your link leads to some dodgy site where they're going to take, where they're going to extract your phone number. Am I fucking daft enough to do that? But you know, there are people out there that believe what they read. And let's be fair, with the internet, any email you get, if it says something that you're not sure of, if you're not sure of the email, believe nothing. You know, I've got fucking forgot his name now. Fox Mulder was right. No, don't believe anything. You know, if someone phones you up and says this, or you've been in an accident, have I? Well, fuck off. I'll check myself. And there's so much of that these days. And sadly, there's so many people who don't understand that the internet's full of arseholes. I know, I've got lots of Nigerian cousins, bless them. Hey? I answer if that phone call's not in my contacts, I answer none of them. And I send them a quick message back saying, hello, you're not in my contacts. What do you want? 9 times out of 10, your idiot comment did YouTube's, that's it, I'll put it on there. Did YouTube's algorithm. Yeah, you know, I come from quite a rough background, really. You know, a rough area. I wasn't rough, but the area was. And so you're not daft enough to believe everything people tell you. Shit, 7:30 already. Ooh. So, I did say the number to this, didn't I? Did I? Can't fucking remember now. You've got the combination to the shed. Bless you. No, I didn't. Thank you. St. Anne's. You came from St. Anne's as well. Bless you. Nottingham. So yeah, for me, I thought it was an interesting beer. Nice, juicy, tropical beer. For me, I know it's a 6.5%. I did get the ABV, funnily enough. Nice tasting, good aroma. For me, about 4.3%. Yeah, not a bad beer. Would I drink it again? No, probably not. It's not a beer I would session on, no. But an interesting beer nonetheless. Oh, bloody hell, need a way as well. So, thank you everyone for commenting, subscribing, liking, and more importantly, watching. And I'll see you again 2 minutes for the Salt Beer Factory. Cheers. Oh, I need a piss.